We're rolling. This is James Klim at the CAD-STAR Studios. I'm excited about CEREC for this year, but I want to introduce something new. I've worked with Meisinger for the last year, probably a year and a half, and the new James Klim CAD/CAM Lab Kit is out. JK03. What I wanted to do with this lab kit was, first of all, have quality burrs. You know, it's like a good cup of warm beverage. Good quality burrs and polishers and shapers are very important, and yet I don't like to waste them. So this kit has just what I call necessary, efficient shapers, diamonds, and polishers. On my website at cadstar.tv, I highlight a number of videos that demonstrates how to use them. Now, when I shape in my ceramics after they mill, I'm very proficient and I use the same order every time. That way we can be proficient at what we do and expect consistent, predictable results. That's what it's all about in the clinical theater, because we're moving. If we're efficient and have good support supplies and materials and burrs, it really helps our process. The Meisinger kit will provide that for you. Some of my favorites are the new shapers. They're the diamond shapers. You have a cylinder, a taper, and a wheel. These shapers are designed for optimal shaping speed and smoothness without overheating our ceramics. They're made just for Emacs in this sense. We don't have to lubricate our Emacs with water, which is recommended by AviClear, in order to avoid surface damaging. These shapers will allow you to shape proficiently and not overheat your ceramic. The other favorite burr I have on here is an inverted cone centered diamond. The inverted cone shaper diamond is ideal for refining your primary and some secondary grooves. This is where I bring my occlusal morphology to life. It's like a fingerprint. This is what thrills me. This burr can be used for quite a long time without wearing out, and it will shape your occlusion very well. My other favorite polisher on this kit is the green knife edge coarse wheel. It's my preference for refining my margins. I use a margin thickness of around 150 for my normal crown and bridge. And then notice I said bridge in that because I'll share a little bit more of that in a few other videos. I like to use this wheel with my loops to polish back in the blue state. Now for my really thin margins, I'll use it again after I crystallize to make those margins just a knife edge, clear down to a razor blade so I can see through them. Once you bond those in, they melt in the mouth and you won't find those margins from an aesthetic standpoint when they're on enamel. So we have three different polishers. We have our pre-glaze polisher, and that's the green knife edge wheel, and then we have our matte polisher after the glaze and firing. That's where I will thin the margins a little bit more and polish them, and also my line angles to make them a little smoother. And then we have the pink wheel, which is a polisher. That will bring back a fairly high shine luster for you. My other favorite diamonds on here are the cylinder and the taper. I use these more anteriorly to place primary and secondary grooves, and even on posterior teeth. The cylinder with the rounded edge really works well for placing some of that fine texture, the tertiary texture like perichomata. This kit is very efficient, and you won't waste your burrs in it. We do have shaping wheels. There's two of them. The large shaping wheel is a centered diamond. That's primary to cut off sprues, particularly if you're working with zirconium. You want a separating disc to separate your zirconium from the block. You don't want to snap that off, otherwise your restoration may break. And the same principle for veneers. If the veneer is thin, I'm not snapping that veneer off the sprue. I'm going to use my separating disc and cut that off the sprue. There's another shaping disc. It's smaller, it's double-sided, and I use it for refining my incisal embrasures either before or after I seat anterior teeth. I couldn't live without this one. This is really important. That's where we customize those incisal edges just to look perfect. It's a favorite shaper of mine, and I wanted to include that into this kit. We have a polishing brush. It's a stiff brush made from horse's hair. So we'd like to thank the horses who have donated their hair to the advancement of our aesthetics in the clinical theater. I like dye shine with a stiff brush to neutralize and just smooth out that final surface. We call that superficial gloss finish. It's an important part of what I use in my clinical theater. And what's amazing is we teach that in our classes here at the CADSTAR Center. It's great to watch the dentist and also the assistants that come to our training center and to show them the techniques, how to finish restorations at a high level. And they go, wow, that's the best I've ever done. In fact, that's better than anything I've ever placed in the mouth. Of course, that gives me a rush. Having good tools, shapers, and polishers is really, really important to get the job done. So I hope you enjoy this kit. If you want to learn more how to use it,